Captain Cork presents to you another real moment in Dungeons and Dragons. Critical, baby.
Six?
What's your save first, Stone?
2? Oh, come on. It can't be that high. Are you fucking serious? Dude, this character is... I've been working on this character for weeks, man. You're gonna fucking kill my character right now, just like that? Really? Oh, you gotta be fucking joking me. Do you have... How many times... I haven't even got a character over level 10 yet. You don't know how much money I spend on these fucking diets and I can't even enjoy it?
Another great moment in Dungeons and Dragons.
This is Catherine Isabel, and you're listening to the Knife Party podcast. I hope you enjoy it, because I don't.
Groovy. Hello. Welcome to another edition of the Knife Party Podcast, episode 416. That's season 4, episode 16. I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. And I am blessed, companionship with the Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, how you doing today?
Dude, I am friggin' groovy. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing groovy. This has been a very interesting part of the podcast where we're switching up studios, we're switching up characters, we're starting up a new show. Actually, we're resurrecting up an old show, Islamic Radio. We're working on a new album. Things in my life have been very, very interesting, and I'm going on my first vacation for the first time. Right after we record this, I'm on vacation for 3 days. And if you work in the hospitality industry, you know 3 days, that's hard to get off. How are you doing, my friend?
I am jealous as hell at this particular second. Like, I would love to take 3 days off. A vacation is amazing.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me, I've been working with my most current client for the last year. It's been about a year this week.
Before we get into your client, we want to hear about this. We really do. But I have to pay some bills, though. So, Captain Cork on the borderlands of Vallejo, California and American Canyon is where you go to get your adult beverages needs. They are cool dudes with no attitudes. Captain Cork, multilingual and very beard. They have beards. Anyway, they're great stuff. That's where I go to get all my micro beverages needs. I do like micro beers, as you know. So that's where I go. And also, too, another maybe sponsorship. It's going to be a first try. No nickel belts. Hey, gentlemen, are you tired of your pants slipping? Go to No Nickel Belts. It's a guy that wanted me to invest in his company because he's getting a divorce and he's got a really hot wife. And I said, no, but I'll give you a free advertisement. And he said, I'll give you a free belt. No Nickel Belts is where I would go to get a free belt made. Or, a belt made. And I think they're pretty cool. I haven't got my belt back yet. But I'm telling him this is going to be your one and only free advertisement. Maybe we could work out a deal. Kevin, how are you?
I'm great. And I'm going to have to agree. Like, nobody wants to see the crack of your ass, guys. Like,
right?
Ladies, sure. But guys, no, we want to keep it up. You don't want bees getting in there. You don't want a draft getting in there. You know, it depends upon the season. Wear that belt. Suspenders just aren't that cool looking. You got to wear a belt.
Kevin, I must ask you this question. I love being on part of your show. This is like my segue to your plug. Suns and Shadows and 0 Point Reviews. But I don't think you have cooler intro music than I do. I'm just saying.
No, No, I do not. No, absolutely do not.
I mean, I got Still Believe with Ash saying Groovy that I met at a Comic-Con wearing a championship belt, and I also have Catherine Isabel, and I know you love all three.
I do. And I've never met Catherine, but I've had the pleasure of buying marijuana with Bruce before, and that was just delightful.
Dude, I got to tell you the story of me buying beer with the Dave Brocky from Guar. You know Guar, right? Obviously, you're a nerd.
Yeah, man, excuse me, Beavis and Butthead fame. Like, everybody loves Guar.
Dude, I hung out with them twice, and each time they thought I was either a security guard or a journalist, and I hung out with them and did shots, and they're fun people.
And you look like neither.
I don't know, dude. When you see me in my concert outfit, like, I do kind of look like I'm armed. Like, I do. Like, people used to call me Matrix in high school. That was my nickname.
That's funny.
But anyway, we're about to go on a great movie, but first, let's, like, everyone likes our banter back and forth. You're taking over as the co-pilot of the Knife Party now that Antonius Montana has flown the coop. I didn't want to bring this up in a weird way, but Antonius Montana just stopped returning my phone calls. We actually did a for real welfare check, and it turns out that he's like cutting off all his friends, and he's gone, and he doesn't want to be a part of the show or his band or his work. And he found some great Pinoy, I don't know how you would say it, a great woman from the Philippines, and now he's just disappearing on us.
I see. Mail order bride. My cousin bought one of those.
I wouldn't go that far. But I think you're kind of in the right here. I'm really upset. I'm really deeply heartbroken, man. It's like I lost a friend, and he won't return my calls. But I mean, it's great that when I said I need somebody to help me co-host this, and you were like, I'm in. And now I know how much you care about me.
Well, I will fill this chair as long as you need me to, man. And let me tell you, Nani will make you do some of the dumbest things on earth, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, it will. It will. Yes. I mean, it will.
I'm sure when that well dries up, so to speak, Antonius will be back. He'll call you back, dude. He'll end up missing his friend.
Well, I will tell you this. We got a good feedback from you on our UHF, and there's a lot of things that we missed because we were just like hamming it up. A lot of people said we forgot about this part and this part and this part. And that's why on this episode of I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, I'm actually going to let you lead the interview, and I'm going to be kind of like I'm going to let you host the show if you don't mind.
That's awful, but let's do it.
I think it will be great. No, so what's going to happen? I'm going to be your fact man. I'm going to look up the Rotten Tomatoes and do all this stuff. But really good suggestion on your part. I had this, but it seems like we kind of have something weird in a row where we did UHF, right, which is an ensemble cast sketch comedy thing. I don't think I'm Gonna Get You Sucka is very different. It's very ensemble cast and very, very sketchy. And in fact, correct me if I'm wrong, did this not come out right before In Living Color?
About 2 years before, yes. 3 years before. This was, I want to say, 1988.
I wanted to say this was 87.
Was it? Okay, so maybe 4 years even. And In Living Color came out in 90 or 91.
But this is totally an ensemble cast. I mean, we got everybody. And by the way, let's talk. I just turned up your mic a little bit. Let's talk about ensemble casting, and let's talk about why we like this movie. I think I could guess why you like this movie. Tell me if I'm wrong. This is the blaxploitation movie that ended it all, and it was funny. Joke per minute. This is like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? This was the template for what would later become In Living Color. We had the Wayans family, right? We had David Allen Greer. I mean, everyone except for except for our favorite white Canadian was not in this movie.
He was still barking out of his ass at that point on stage before it was on camera.
Yeah. So why did you choose this? This is a great movie. Believe me, this was on my list. It just took you to choose it. And it's funny.
So,
okay, go for it.
I was going to say, this is one of those movies where not everybody remembers it. A lot of people will remember In Living Color. A lot of people will remember Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood.
This is way better, though.
More people are going to remember Scary Movie.
But this movie actually is funny, and the jokes today could not be done today. You know what I mean? The jokes are so on the nose. Like, for example, just a couple of jokes. When they go into the Black Liberation Front and he's got a white wife and they all have white and they're all eating bean curd, but it is so funny because it is so on the nose, right?
Yes, it was very much like watching an old like Dirty Harry episode or Dirty Harry movie where he's going to that part of town to talk to the Black Panthers.
Oh wow, you the funny thing is I associated this more to Death Wish 2 or 3, not Dirty Harry, but I get you.
You know what? I never watched the Death Wish movies. I never did. Like my mom was a big fan of them. Like she loved Charlie Bronson, but I was always a Clint Eastwood fan. I
love Clint Eastwood too, man. But I mean, I'm in the big three. You know what I mean? A Few Dollars More, Fistful of Dollars, like those ones, the spaghetti westerns. Love them.
Awesome.
Those are awesome. And then I love them in, of course, Gran Torino, probably my favorite Clint Eastwood, and then Unforgiven, obviously. But this movie hits different because this is actually kind of, in a way, a ripoff of Killer Tomatoes. The Return, rather. Because this movie is so self-aware that it's a bit-by-bit movie. You know what I mean? It even does what we did on UHF, where it realizes it's a bit-by-bit movie. And, of course, what would you say? Airplane started this?
Possibly. Either Airplane or, golly, even Abbott and Costello. No. If not Abbott and Costello, most certainly Mel Brooks.
Okay. Yeah. Mel Brooks is... Yeah, like with Blazing Saddles and everything else. The whole skit movie thing was a thing, but it hadn't been done in a while.
Well, it's very vaudevillian, really.
It is. It's kind of like that. That's why I said In Living Color, because this seems like skit for skit. It is a skit for skit. Like there's little skits, like, right?
Yeah.
The movie is based off of a 30-minute episode, but there's so many skits that make it longer than that. But that's kind of one of the reasons why this movie works. Okay, I'm going to borrow this again. I'm stealing this from your guys' show. When did you first see this? How old were you? Etc.
I was probably 11 or 12, and it was on cable as my buddy and I were flipping through channels, and I'm like, oh, dude, it's Keenan. Check it out.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And we started watching it, and like we didn't know Keenan had been in a movie before, like let alone written a movie, directed a movie. Like we loved In Living Color. And so we just started watching it and just started losing our nut laughing.
So early 90s, you'd say?
Yeah, I'd say 91. Probably 90, 91.
Dude, I saw this when this came out. I swear to God, I rented this with Milo and Otis. And I was 5 years old when I didn't get all the jokes. Like there's a lot of jokes I had to rewatch. I knew I loved this. Yeah, but rewatching it now, joke for joke, minute for minute, this movie hits hard. Like it is, you couldn't do this movie today. It's got the Tropic Thunder feel of, oh my God, this movie's so funny, but it could not be done today. And yet it works.
Yeah, it would upset a whole lot of people. But in that regard, what is it this weekend? I think Scary Movie 6 is coming out, and they're gonna do it all again. They flat out said, we don't care who gets offended. Like, if you're not offended watching this, we didn't do our job.
I love it that you brought that up, and I wanted to actually talk to you about this because it'd be nice to have like a form, you know, if you mean. So I'm tired of political jokes. They're done. It's over. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Orange guy bad. Yelling girl screaming. Right. It doesn't matter. I'm tired of it. Like, I don't care where you lean or what, but in cinema, you should be allowed to make jokes, and they should be evergreen jokes. If you make like, the jokes in this movie are so fucking funny that it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't go, oh, you can't do that today. Fuck you. It's funny. It was funny then. It's funny now. Come on, man. Like, the jokes are funny. Right?
My two favorite shows in life, I think, the sketch shows, were In Living Color and The Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show is great, and Living Color was great. No, I agree with you. I'm a little bit different. I say The State because The State was so awesome. But sketch wise, I would say Chappelle or Key and Peele. You know, it's hard to argue.
Key and Peele would be another one. But these two specifically, In Living Color and Chappelle Show, they were able to throw jokes in every direction.
Saying we're making fun of everybody. Brown. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you're trans, doesn't matter if you're Republican, doesn't matter if we're making fun of everybody equally. Right?
Yeah. If you did something ridiculous, we're going to poke fun at you about it.
And by the way, people will laugh because it's a well-crafted joke. Right?
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when they did the small hats and hated it, you know, and they're doing, you know, or all that stuff was hilarious in the 90s.
Yes.
And at the same time, you had Prince gender bending, making great music, and we loved it. It wasn't a hate thing. I was just telling this to my engineer when we were working on our music. I go, dude, like, I want to work on a podcast and I want to make it be silly. And he goes, what is silly? And I go, remember back in the day when you didn't have to make a joke to be the left or the right? You just made a joke to be funny. That was silly. Like, if you're like, Weird Al is silly. This movie is silly. Like, there's a reason. Everyone wants to throw something and make it controversial. It doesn't have to be. It could just be stupid and silly. Like, the Muppets were silly, right? I like that humor. I like Muppet humor. Sorry.
The Muppets were very silly. They were very risque, and they can get away with whatever they wanted because they were so darn clever in execution of their jokes. Just like Keenan, just like Dave, just like Key and Peele, like you said.
Yep.
Like, when they would crack their jokes on the shows. Now, I know Dave's stand-ups are a little bit questionable, but
they're so funny, though. Even though I don't agree with what he says, I still chuckle. I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh God, yes.
It's like, I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm laughing. So I'm not. You know what I mean? That's the thing about humor. You cannot put reins on that kind of thing, and that's why I like what we're doing right now, is because we're talking about a movie that came out 40 years ago almost, and we're just saying this movie's hilarious. It could not be made today. I guarantee it couldn't be made today. But
probably not. And I don't even think they dropped the N-word in this movie, do they?
They don't, but still if you put on your PC glasses, this movie would get in a lot of trouble.
Yes. But you know what? That's okay.
It is okay. It's okay.
People that would watch it would still laugh, and that's your audience.
I'm telling you, this movie. Okay, real quick. Okay, so for those who've not seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, but you should. It's in the, by the way, I was going to say, when you first saw this, when did you last see this? Because I just rewatched this and I didn't have it on DVD. I had it on a VHS clone DVD, meaning someone taped it. Someone taped this movie and put it on a VHS, which made it even better. It really did. Like you saw the the stripping and you know what I mean? Like warning, you could be arrested for. And it was in the Soul collection. I don't know if they did it on purpose or what, but it was in like the, and I saw the cigarette burns and everything.
That's amazing. I would love that so much. That would just add to the authenticity.
It really did. I swear, it really did, because I saw the cigarette, boop, and I'm like, oh man, time to change the tape.
That's funny. This movie has always been great, though. Like, you and I both grew up in Central California, where there was a very, very big push for multiculturalism.
Mm-hmm.
So, being white in an overly brown class, like that was normal to me growing up. Like, I just thought that's the way that the world was. So it's like multiculturalism was we didn't necessarily know what racism was when I was a kid in San Juan Bautista.
There's another difference too, because this is not like the movie Soul Plane. This is a blaxploitation film, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It's and I know you grew up with this too. We had Blackula. We had did you ever Devil's Doll? Did you ever see that? That movie's great. We saw all these great movies, and there was a lot of them out there, these blaxploitation films. And for one, I loved them, like because they were different, and they were very balls to the walls, crazy, and usually gorier, and titties and blood, and they're kind of like Hammer films, in a way.
Yes.
And we didn't really get those. And this is right before In Living Color, where that kind of like gave it to the mainstream white audience in the Midwest. We didn't have that before this. This was like the last gasp. Like, there was no Black Dynamite before this. You know what I mean? This was, and this was an ensemble cast, by the way.
Your view into the Black community was Eddie Murphy's Delirious, Richard Pryor on the Sunset Strip, the Jeffersons, and just other things that were great, but not necessarily the greatest of representation that you could get.
No,
however, I will say this about that. Like, hold
on real quick. I agree with you, because the first action movie with more black people than white people, to me, was Predator. I mean, there was tons of black people in that movie, and I loved Carl Weathers. I loved, you know what I mean? Like, I love that shit, but there wasn't like a real standalone. And by the way, having Mr. Big being played by the dude that's Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You're in Mooney's jail.
In Mooney's jail,
Buster.
Dude. And then at the end of the movie, they're like, "Wait a minute, why are you here?" And he goes, "There's a lot of people in blaxploitation films. For example."
Like Shelley Curtis was in blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing. I love that part, man.
It's smart. Like, Keenan wrote Eddie Murphy's Delirious. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not.
And that is, to me, Eddie's funniest material that he's ever done.
I loved Raw Delirious. Those two albums, to this day. I mean, even if you ask any comedian out there, if you ask Tom Segura, if you ask Louis C.K., they go, those are the two albums.
Yes.
I will say this though, being because I come from Vallejo, which is very black. I remember loving Patrice O'Neal. And just, that was next level black comedy, because that was, He said he was not racist, he's racial. And I love that about him, where he goes, no, this is racial, meaning I'm allowed to say, you're this way and you're this way because I'm this way. And I'm a fat black man and I'm allowed to say it. You're just not. And I remember hearing him on Opie and Anthony and on Howard Stern and him just destroying people. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I apologize.
No, I mean, I grew up in, like you said, San Juan Bautista and Hollister, where mostly everybody was Hispanic, but there was also a lot of black, and then everybody spoke like it was Southern California for whatever reason. So there was a lot of the N word without the hard R.
No, I dig it. I dig it. I see it. I smell it. I feel it.
Yeah, and so it's like, it doesn't bother me to hear it that way. But if I was to hear like some, skinheaded type dude use the hard R, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like, fuck that guy up. I was the goth kid in school, so like I had special liberties that other people didn't have. And it was because I would rap KRS-One, who, by the way, is in the soundtrack. Dude, by the way, we got to talk about the sound. This soundtrack is pretty amazing. It's. I love it when they're like, if you got a black hero, you got to have your own like.
Oh, friggin' Jack's music, not Jack. Slade.
Yeah. We
loved it.
We have our own. By the way, in this movie, we have our own. First off, the soundtrack is dope as shit. But we actually have some really good we're talking about ensemble cast. We have Dolomite is in here. We got Isaac Hayes.
Was he?
Dolomite, yeah. He's the one with the bunion. Was he not?
No, that's Jim Brown.
Oh, that's Jim Brown. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's why they kept cracking the football jokes at him. Like, what makes you think you could be a black hero?
Yeah. Football. And he goes, oh, yeah, cool. And he's like, what'd you do? I was a kicker. We got like the Chris Rock with the 50 cent rib thing. I remember that made Chris Rock famous. Like Chris Rock wasn't even a thing yet. Right?
No, gosh, no, not at all. This is before the Chris Rock show. Before anything, and this really set him off in the same way that I'd say the Nutty Professor set Dave Chappelle off.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Half Baked.
I remember when I was talking. Okay, here's a true story in podcasting history. I was talking to this girl, and she was. Did you ever talk to a girl, and you knew she was hot, but she had like weird acne, but you knew it would go away, like eventually?
Yeah.
And you're the loser goth kid? Okay, maybe not. All right, anyway. So I was talking to this girl named Daphne, and I was
still the loser goth kid.
I know, but I was way more loser than you. Anyway, I was talking to this girl, Daphne, and she had like really bad acne, but I knew it would go away. And I was talking to her, and she's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I love radio, and I want to be a comic. And she's like the movie Nutty Professor. And then I said, yeah. And she goes, well, show me, can you be funny? And then I did 10 minutes of material on her and it made her cry.
Lord.
Well, she asked for it. But I was really into her. And then, yeah.
Made her cry in a Don Rickles sort of way, or made her cry just like laughing hysterically sort of way?
No, like I made her cry. It was kind of one of those things like, I like you, I'm going to be mean to you kind of thing.
Yeah, the Don Rickles sort of way. Yep.
Yeah. And then I farted when I got on my chair, and like everyone like laughed at me. It was a weird situation. I don't think anyone won that day, but I will tell you this, Daphne, if you're listening, get in touch with me at knifepartypod@yahoo.com. We'll reconnect, and I'm really sorry. And I'm
sorry I farted on you.
And I'm sure your acne is like, yeah, stay a while and listen. Anyway, this movie actually is very structured well. It's a bunch of bits, but it actually ends well. The one thing about the mama kicking down the door and doing everything else, I knew you were going to go for it. Go for it.
It cracks me up. It always cracked me up simply because it's so ridiculous and self-aware. Like they're having this black woman doing all these backflips, but it's a white guy with a mustache playing the black woman doing the backflips in the fight
as a
scene.
stunt double. As a
And
stunt double,
yeah, you're just like, oh my gosh. And it's impossible not to laugh at. Like if you could watch this, watch how absurd it is and not find it funny, like you are missing something when it comes to knowing what comedy is, like knowing how to find a joke. Like this is just sincere funny. It wasn't racist. It wasn't misogynist. It was just sincerely funny.
Real quick, I'm really pissed off that I'm not pissed off, but I am a little upset that we actually have to bring up the fact that we're saying this movie isn't racist when this movie is a blaxploitation film. It's made to be funny. We're not trying to do anything. Dude, this movie's supposed to be like, yeah, we're here for the... It is very much that. If you actually watch this movie, it is very much making fun of itself. Like I said, go ahead.
You first. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, one of my favorite things is when he goes to the black leader and goes, yes, Mustafa Mamata, you will see my wife. And then the white girl walks out and she's like, yes, indeed, I am in service. And then the kids walk on, they go, fuck the man. And they're just white as sheep and they have blonde hair. This movie makes fun of that so well and does it in a way. And he's like, well, I need you in the power, brother. And he goes, well, I can't right now, brother, because I'm serving bean curd, brother. Yes, bean curd. Yes, bean curd. This movie does something that it's self-aware 30 years, 40 years before it knew what it was doing. This movie today is considered hilarious in my mind because they knew the jokes that they're doing still work today. And I mean, honestly, even with my bunion, there is right, dude. When real quick though, I just rewatched this, and I'm saying like an hour before. Dude, when you see Kung Fu Joe, you got to remember when Kung Fu Joe, this skit came out, this was a year before the fucking whole Rodney King thing. Do you know that?
Oh, no. I guess it was, wasn't it?
Because Rodney King came out on my birthday. I remember that because it was my birthday. No, I'm not. I didn't ask for that. Hold on. I didn't ask for that. All right, guys. I didn't ask for that. I'm just saying it just happened. But when he comes out and Kung Fu Joe comes out and he's tackled and shot by multiple police, that happened right before the Rodney King, because this came out in 87, right? That shit came out like the next year on my birthday, March the 4th.
Jesus.
I just doxed myself, but still. That's you gotta admit. Let's not talk about the evils that happen. I'm talking about this movie. That's fucking hilarious. That a guy's like, you really want to come with me, suckers? And he's gonna fight like 40 fucking cops.
Yeah, like I got you surrounded, motherfuckers.
You gotta admit that's kind of funny, right?
Yes, it was awesome.
Now, in retrospect, we're like, ooh, not very, ooh. But at the time, funny as fuck, right? Okay.
Well, it's still funny because it's stereotypical. Like we know it now. Like it's very much a very well-known thing that, cops profile black people harshly.
Well, not only that, there was a very big thing about. I remember I really wanted to get in karate and kung fu and stuff when I was a kid, and I'm telling you, they were not Korean, they were not Hawaiian. There was all black guys going, I'm teaching a school, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, there was a black guy going, I'm going to show you brothers how to throw a kick. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was really into it because the whole Street Fighter thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I was really into that shit. Like, when I was growing up, I was like, man, I want to learn self-defense and da-da-da. And there'd always be a black kung fu guy. I'm not even kidding. For a while, it's like, I'm going to show you. And he's like, all right, my brother, I'm going to show you how to. And they'd always call you Mr. Harris. This is how we're going to do this, okay? So here we go. And then they'd sweep the shit out of you, and you'd be like, oh, man, that's awesome. Show me how to do that. And he's like, okay, well, $20 next month, and I'll show you how to do that. And you're like, I want to learn how to do that.
You know, I would have gotten fucked up because the first time he would have said, are you ready? I would have said, show enough.
Oh, Mr. Kevin Smith, I need to tell you about my first days in wrestling school. Yeah, that's a story. We could do that afterward. Anyway, it is a great story. This whole movie is, I cannot give it the 80%. Here's why. The 80% is giving it Event Horizon status. I can give it an 89. What are you going to give this?
This is a perfect movie.
Ooh.
I don't find anything wrong with it.
The jokes are great. Action's great. I'm with you. I just can't give it Event Horizon status. I just can't. What are you giving it?
It has a low budget.
Yes, it does.
But it has an extremely smart script with an extremely talented cast.
You know, actually, I'm going to give it this too. I don't think that In Living Color could exist without this movie.
Probably not. This was a good rehearsal. Not rehearsal, but like
what can you do with the money?
A clip.
Yeah.
To show Fox, like, look what we can do. This is the funny shit we can provide you.
And it's very good.
And I don't think Keenan's ever turned in something that wasn't funny. And he's very proud of that. At least he should be. Like, to me, the Wayans family is the funniest family in my lifetime.
No, I think you're wrong, but I don't think you're wrong. I meaning, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you need to dig deeper, but it is good. It is really good. It is really good.
I don't know. I can't think of another family, like, as a collective. Maybe Pauly Shore and his family that have done a lot for comedy. I don't know. They've just done a lot of contributing.
We're not talking about wrestling then, because there's a lot of good wrestling, out there. But all right. So what are you giving this?
Oh, golly, you know what? I'm Gonna Get You Sucka is a perfect 10 for me. Like, there is no time where I do not sit and watch this movie if it's on. It is a perfect comedy. I hold it in the same regard that I hold Blazing Saddles and Clue, which are also perfect comedies for me.
Real quick, we haven't done Clue, and I think Clue is a perfect comedy, and Blazing Saddles is a perfect comedy. Another reason why we haven't done it is because of political blah, blah, blah. But I agree with you. I think that this is, I think you're right. You
could still talk about, it's hard to say you could talk about Blazing Saddles without talking politics. Okay, there are so many racist SOBs in politics right now. It doesn't matter which side. They're all racist SOBs.
Yes, they are. But what I'm saying is,
they're classist is what they are.
But what I'm saying is, if you were to put up Blazing Saddles, it's like, it's so funny.
It is, but you can crack those jokes all day long because you're punching up. You're not punching down at people. You're not making fun of anyone that doesn't deserve it.
Well, Kevin, this is one of the reasons why they love you on the show is because you're being honest with yourself. And we're sitting here saying, hey, we're not taking political stanzas here. We're saying what's a good movie, what's funny, and what's not. That and
right.
Yeah.
Like if you just go out there and start, saying N-words 700 times in a picture,
probably not funny.
It's not funny.
But but if it's Blazing Saddles, turns out it's probably going to be funny. If you use the rape word, it's probably not going to be funny. But if it's in Blazing Saddles, it's probably going to be funny.
Right.
Sorry,
right, because they make it where they're talking about cattle, not the women. And you're just kind of like, ew.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. And that's why we agree on this. And we're just talking about cinema. We're not talking about anything else like that. So I don't know. I mean, I love it. Would I say it's the best ever? No. Is it a great comedy? Yes, it is. Blaxploitation wise, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I there's so many out there, but it is good. It is good. So Kevin.
Yes, sir.
What do you rank on this? And this is gonna be, we're gonna press the bomb here. What are you giving this?
I will say a 9.75 for the simple fact that it doesn't have Sean and Marlon in it. If it had Sean and Marlon in it, it would be perfect because I love them.
So have you ever seen the movie Black Dynamite?
A long time ago, yes.
Okay, that's the reason why I have to dub this a little bit down. However, at the same time, I have to say Black Dynamite would not exist if it wasn't for this movie. So I'm kind of with you. But I can't give it crow status. I think we can agree on a 92.
I'll meet you there.
Now,
like this is well above the 6 point whatever they gave it on IMDb.
Oh, most definitely. This movie's joke for joke is woo. It's great. It's great. It's funny as fuck. It's hilarious. It's a great movie beyond. Now, I know that we talked about this last time, and here we go. So I wanted to ask, we just did a couple of very cult movies, and we gave it a lot of funsies, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to do something serious. So I'm going to give you the choice. This is up to you. Do we finalize our next episode? Is it going to be a movie you've not seen or a movie you have seen? And it's your choice. And then I will tell you what the options are.
Well, let's go with something I haven't seen. Sometimes I like to be surprised.
What you haven't seen is the movie Memento.
There's my surprise.
I have it right here. I just rewatched it. It is a masterpiece. It is one of those movies that you can't watch once. You have to watch multiple times. It's really one of those movies we're gonna have a long conversation about, and it is everything that you think is missing. Is you could rewatch it, and we can have a very long conversation about. But I guarantee you're gonna give it a 90.
Cool.
Do you want to hear the other option?
I'm down.
The other option, because I haven't done it, I did it as a walkthrough, not as a discussion. And it's one of my favorite movies. And it's one of my favorite slasher movies. The original Terminator.
Ah, interesting. You know what? I've owed you Memento for a long time. Let's do that one first, and then I am totally down for Terminator soon after. Like Terminator is a dope horror film. Like the first one was a seriously good horror film.
It is. It's a slasher film. Would you not agree with me that it is a slasher film?
Yes, because the Terminator until T2, like the Terminator was in Fright Flicks cards. Like
for real.
There was a picture of the endoskeleton, the T-800, in the Fright Flicks cards. So yes, it is most certainly a horror film. It was most certainly one of the movie monsters of the 1980s.
So Dig, I know you're a hard cider guy, but you need to watch Memento sober with your girl. You really do. And then you need to watch it semi-sober with yourself. We're going to have a long conversation about it because there's a lot of things to discuss. And I think a lot of people are going to agree and disagree with us, but it's not a one-time watch. But the same thing goes with Terminator. I think we have a lot of things to discuss about this. Kevin, you've been amazing on this show. Thank you so much for being a part of it.
Dude, thank you again for having me. I absolutely love being here. I adore hanging out with you. I love talking about these movies. Like, there's so much more to talk about with I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, but, you know, timing and whatnot.
Is there any way, do you think, that I could get back on the show with you and Jeff, or no? Probably not.
Probably. I don't know what we have going on. Like, we're updating our schedule right now. Dude's on vacation. I thought we were recording this Friday. I thought we were doing Trimmers, the series. But no, we're going to do that next Friday because I don't pay attention to things. And I was like, oh, shit, Jeff's on vacation and he didn't take his DVDs. So I'm like, all right, I don't have to watch anything because I thought they were on Tubi. And I was just going to watch it on Tubi at work. Nay, didn't happen that way.
Cool. Do you got another 30 minutes so we could do some After Dark where we just kind of sit around and talk some shop? Or do you need to get out of here?
No, man, I still got some hard cider, so I've got no place to be.
Cool. I'm going to start a new thing, and it's going to be called After Dark, and we're going to sit around and we're going to do some stuff.
Dope.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Remember, you could always find Kevin Smith at not only here at the Knife Party Podcast, but you could find him at the Suns and Shadows Podcast. You could also find him at 0 Point Reviews. Is there any other place we can find you?
Deadwire Live, as well as Nostalgia TV.
There you go, baby. That's where you go, and that's where you find him. He's a very, very handsome man, and you want to hear him speak. And by the way, his theories on Chopping Mall probably will change your life.
Everybody orgy.
All right, we're going to go into After Dark. Thank you so much. Jeff, I'll see you in just a minute.